typed in 364 to log in, you'll get this Agent Resources tab. You can see that there's all kinds of things here. There is Canva training. This is brand new. I actually haven't taken any of this Canva training yet. It's about the free accounts that we all have now. There's a bunch of training and live webinars. If you want to know how to use DocuSign, really all the stuff that I'm doing, Scott Leroy has already done online. It'll show you how to use Command, how to use all the stuff. They have tons and tons and tons of live training as well as recorded classes. You can see here, advanced courses, Command, database management, DocuSign, Command, email, the KW app, all of those classes, they're already recorded. You can go on and watch them. Super great resource. And then agent support, is that the one? No, there it is. So under marketing support, these are things that Scott Leroy Marketing is offering to you for your monthly fees. And that is this Agent Concierge, some prompts. If you don't quite know how to use ChatGPT, Gemini, these are some things that will help you think through how to ask ChatGPT to give you something that's useful. These are really interesting. The monthly blog, I was actually wrong, I forgot about that. The monthly blog, you just have to ask Scott Leroy Marketing to do it, but they'll do it for you. You sign up right here, it says allow 2 business days for completion. All you do is put your name, email, username, password. So you do have to give Scott Leroy Marketing your KW username and password. But then they'll set up this blog to start blogging every month. We haven't done this. I assume it's co-branded with Scott Leroy Marketing. But if you want a very easy way to blog, that you don't have to actually go into your website and create a blog post and post it, Scott Leroy will do monthly blogs for you for free, essentially, as well as a monthly newsletter. They also create a monthly newsletter that you can have sent out as a smart plan. They will put the smart plan into your command and send out their monthly newsletter. You don't really have any say on what it says or what, how it's branded or what, anything about it. You just sign up for their smart plan here, same way as you did the blogs. And you can tell them if you want specific people, or if you're gonna, send it yourself, you just want them to add the smart plan to your command. They can just do that, and then it'll send out every month. And you don't really have to do anything. So that's a great, if you're looking for kind of quick and easy touches, those are a great idea. Anybody got any questions about those couple of things yet?
I have something to add to that.
Yeah, go ahead.
So whenever you're meeting people out in public, that's a great thing to say, hey, I sent out a monthly newsletter.
Yeah.
Would you be open to me sending that to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's your email? And that's a great way to ask them permission.
Absolutely.
So just another touch, like you said.
Yeah, that's great. Lead generation, right? It's how any other way to lead generate. That's exactly what you want. So this is a good way to use what you're paying for to get that. Templates, this is one of the things I think is super cool and I use fairly regularly. There are agent templates here that you just download them, use them in Canva. For example, I like the classic ones. They're just, KW red and black kind of, but there's all kinds of things. There's business cards, email signatures, posts. These are there's a multitude of for sale posts in this one, social media designs just for different posts, flyers, where all you have to do is go in, change the picture, change the name, and then it's ready to go. So all the making it pretty, making it professional, that's all already done. These ones are pretty cool. These are carousels or posts with multiple pages. So this one, I just click use in Canva and it'll show you kind of a preview here of what it is. If I click view template, it'll have me log into my Canva. And you don't have to be in the KW Canva. If you are, that's fine. If you're not, you can still use these templates. My assumption is these are mostly already in the new Canva if you're using your KW Canva account. But you don't have to if you have your own Canva account or whatever. It'll open up. Oh, well, I guess you can't see that because I'm sharing a different page now. Let me see. So now you should all be able to see, this is what I just downloaded from Scott Leroy Marketing. So what I would do with this post, it's first time home buyers. Here's 6 things you need to know before making the big move. Know your budget, get pre-approved, understand mortgage types. So this is just a little thing on social media that you just swipe through and see all these different things. And what I would do with this is I would go right here and just delete Scott Leroy. And I'm just gonna add Cindy Lou right there. And you can add KW as well. But that's it. I mean, that's really all you would have to do to post this. And I just delete Scott Leroy off of here because he has to market himself, but I don't have to market him. And then if you want to take a second and change the full page, so it's your information, then you can. If not, then you just don't download that page. You just don't use that page in it. So what I want us to do now, what we're gonna actually do a Facebook post today from Command. So what I want you to do is to go through that Scott Leroy Marketing. You can look at the home listings. You can look at actually, let me see if I can share this tab instead. So you can look at any of these, carousels that are here. You can look at any of these other, they're pretty much just like what color they are, but they're also different. Some of these are the old SLM templates, but they're essentially just, if you open the just sold ones, there's like 20 just sold posts that you could use. So take a second, figure out what kind of a post you want to make. If it's not one of these, that's fine. It can be, your own video or your own picture or make something you make on Canva. But I'm going to give you about 4 minutes right now to just come up with whatever you're going to post on social media from Command today. Everybody tracking that? Crickets.
Not always.
Does anyone have any questions about what we're supposed to be doing right now?
I do. I got up and used the restroom. How did you get to these posts here?
So there's a, have you logged in already, D'Amica?
Yes, I'm already logged in.
So right here under agent resources, there's marketing support, and then down here, templates.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And so there's a whole bunch of different kinds of templates that you can use, different colors, different styles. Even when you download it, there will be 20 options even inside that downloads. So take just a few minutes. I'm gonna do the same because I actually don't have anything scheduled to post today, so I'm gonna do the same and we'll just take a few minutes.
Hey Lisa, welcome. We're working in our commands with Mandy right now. Well,
We're getting a social post ready, so if there's
Yes.
something you can think about for just a second of something you want to post on social media, we went through kind of some templates on Scott Laura marketing that they'll come to you in the slides this week. So, and if you're ready, if you kind of got something you're good with and you want to post in just a minute, then send us a thumbs up or something in the chat so we know that we can move on. We got another minute or so before we need to move on, but let us know with a thumbs up or something in the chat so we know to move on. When you're ready, if you've got something you're ready to post. Does anybody still need more time to get their post ready? When it comes to social media, something's better than nothing. I know very few people who have made a single post that changed their life, you know? That, you know, posting something and getting your name, your brand, whatever out there is better than you spending hours and hours trying to figure out the right thing to post and what you should post and how and when, and just post something. Post a lot of things. And that just kind of helps. Okay, Zena, thank you. See the thumbs up there?
I'd say you're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're gonna roll on then. Hopefully you've got something at least pretty close. Thank you, Kenneth. Hopefully you've got something pretty close, even if it's not perfect. So we're gonna go ahead and log into Command. If you're not already, I'm gonna switch my sharing screen here. I'm getting better at the sharing screens, honestly. I'm the first couple times it was rough. So, all right, we don't want to rate our Command experience. All right, so we're in Command. Everybody's logged in. You should see your home dashboard. Uh-oh, that's the wrong account. Hold on. Okay, I knew there were too many actual things there. All right, so you're logged in. You should see your little dashboard. Over here on the left side of your screen, the little bullhorn there is campaigns. So this is where we make our email campaigns and our social media ads and our social media posts. So go ahead and click into your campaigns. I bought a new laptop yesterday and I'm waiting for it to come in because this one is so slow and it gets on my nerves. All right, so social posts. If you look right here and you click social post right in the center of the top of your screen, you can see that this is actually a full schedule of posts if you were to post social posts here. So you can see here for any day of the week, you can just click create a post, and that's how we're gonna do it. So go ahead, you can do it, well, today it already doesn't say that, so I'm just gonna create a campaign, because I want mine to go out today. But whatever day you want your post to go out, you can click just create a social post right here on the side. But I'm gonna click create a social post. Oh, it doesn't look like it. Okay, well, I'm gonna do it from my Cindy Lou Holmes account. Okay, so this is what you should see when you click create a post. There will be an option here where you can select which profiles. Wait, okay, hold on. Does anybody not have profiles connected yet? When you come here,
How can we find out?
so when you open this page, just like mine did, it'll look like this and it'll say you don't have any connected profiles.
Oh, mine doesn't say that.
So
Okay.
if you click here on this social posts drop down, it should show you which accounts you have connected.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Do you see your accounts there, Ava?
I see one of them.
Your Facebook? Okay.
Yes. Okay.
If you need to add an account, or if you don't have an account at all, then you come here and you go to your settings. And it should be the very first thing you see is all the applications, the accounts that you have connected. So right here, you can see I don't have these accounts connected, but I do have, those are the paid ad ones. So these right here where it says post scheduling, this is where you would add your accounts if you don't have your Facebook or Instagram logged in. You would just say connect or connect more and add and log into Facebook or Instagram, either one. Okay?
Okay, well, the settings say that I have them,
Okay, good.
but this create
You must have,
social only shows one.
say that one more time.
When I look at my settings,
Mm-hmm.
it says that I have two. I have Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
But when I try to go to the campaign, it only shows Facebook.
Interesting. Is your Instagram like a public or business page?
It's business.
It's business. Interesting. So it should be on there. That's a good question.
How did you get to that settings page? I'm working from one screen today, so I'm having trouble following along, trying to flip back and forth.
Me and you both. I hate working on one screen.
Same.
All right. So you're trying to get to the settings page. Is that what you said, Danica?
Right, so that I can add, I thought I had my social media in there, but I guess I need to go check because it says it's nothing.
Where your name is written up in the top right corner, there's a little drop down, and you go to your settings. It should have, my profile, the marketplace, the settings, command training. So if you go to settings, the first thing you should see is all the accounts that you have connected to command, like DocuSign and Gmail, and your social media should be right there as well. And you can make sure that you're connected, specifically in the one that says, post scheduling, because the other one's for the paid ads, and we'll get there in a little bit. But Facebook post scheduling is really where we want to make sure right now that that's what you're logged
I wonder if her Instagram is connected to her Facebook.
in. Yeah, I'm
Metas,
curious.
I
Yeah, I was
think.
like, because ours is, and that's why it shows up like this, I think.
Mm. But yours shows separately, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's weird.
No. Yeah, Ava, I'm not quite sure why yours isn't showing. You may want to try to, maybe you could even just log out of the Instagram and log back in, just, kind of refresh it. I know that's I I always hate when IT people are like that. They're like, turn it off and turn it back on, or like log out and log back in. But sometimes it legit works, and then that's irritating. But. All right, so if you got logged in, if you've got at least one account here posting, and you're ready to create your post, all you have to do is write whatever you want it to say right here. You can, ask ChatGPT. I have an entire mile-long conversation with ChatGPT about different Facebook posts that he writes for us. And then if you want to add any media, you click right here. So the only one of the downsides to doing it this way is you can't like create a reel. There's nowhere to like write on it and create it like you would in Facebook or in Instagram. But if you use something like, I typically use CapCut, if you use something like that, or if you use Opus Clip or some other, iMovie or some other video producing media, you can just upload the video right here if it's already ready to go. If you need to create, a reel, or you want to do something more fluffy and dramatic and add music, then you have to do that from inside social or Facebook or Instagram. But I click the little picture button here to add media. If you're using Canva, make sure when you click share and download your image, download it as a PNG file. Most of y'all already know how to do all this, so I won't kill you with it. So I'm downloading mine right now that I'm gonna post. Okay.
Sorry.
So now I'm going to browse my files for my image or set of images. So it opened it as a zip file, so I've got to open this like this. So whatever files you're going to use, you're going to add them here. And you'll be able to see, and you can crop them, make them different sizes.
So Mandy, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you. I had a phone call. So when you are doing the social media, I went into settings and try to do it. So if you don't have a business profile, it looks like it won't let you do it unless you have a business profile for the social media.
Yep, it's got to be, I don't remember if it has to be business, but it does have to be public. I think you can use like a creator platform as well. There's creator accounts, business accounts. We have the business accounts. But yeah, it can't be like your private personal page because it won't go to that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. No, that's a great question. So as you can see, if you're doing one image, it's super easy. If you're trying to do like a carousel like this, it can be a little more just a little bit time consuming to add each individual photo. So go ahead and get your images uploaded and get written in there, whatever it is that you want to write on your social post. And as soon as I can get mine up here, we'll move on. Unplug my computer, that may help it a little bit. Oh, will it only do 4 photos? Ooh, okay, well, it looks like 4 photos is the max. Interesting, I didn't know that. So we're gonna do 4 photos, and then I'm gonna say, you're looking to buy your first home, check out our post about what you need to know before you do. I add a little emoji. A little channel face. There she goes. Ka-chow. All right, so whatever you wanted to say, whatever images you want to include, now you can schedule it. This is where you can schedule what day, what time you want this to go out. So you can sit down one day and make, 6, 8, 10 posts and schedule them to go out anytime that week or the next week. I think you can schedule out as far as like a month. So you can just sit down. So I'm going to say that we're going to post ours tomorrow at 10 a.m. And then I'm just going to hit schedule post. It will let you review what the post looks like on Facebook and on Instagram. And then you hit schedule post. Where'd it go? Just a second. Please don't take this. Looks like it didn't like that, but that's okay. You hopefully were able to schedule your post. So throw a thumbs up or something in the chat if you were able to get something posted for your social media this week. Yep, nice, Kenneth, awesome. Zena, sweet. Yeah, Candace, nice. So you should be able to hear now on this, or see on this side where you posted your post. And you can see what's scheduled, what it'll say. Mine deleted itself because that's how it does sometimes. For some reason I went backwards instead of forwards, but that's okay. So you should be able to see the post. Couple of quick things here. There are some pre-made social posts over on the right side of this page when you're looking at the calendar. And you can just hit this arrow and it will post the page for you. Or it'll preload the image and the words. If you want to look at a couple of different ones, you can click the shuffle button right above those posts and it'll show you a couple of different options. Looks like it just shuffled those 3, but that's okay. So if I want to post one of these, I would just click post. It pulls up right here. It's got all the writing, it's got the photo, and all I have to do is schedule it for tomorrow and click schedule post. It'll show me the preview. I click schedule post, and we can see right here super quickly, I've got something posted to go out tomorrow. This create a neighborhood video, I'm just going to show you this really quickly. I'm not crazy about it because the neighborhoods are so niche. Like you can't just do like the city of Covington. You have to do a specific neighborhood like South Newton or Long Creek within the city. How about the Covington neighborhood of Porterdale? That's hilarious. So let's say we're gonna do that, Porterdale, hit next. It'll kind of populate a few things here about the market. And this is researched by them. If you want to research and verify that these are correct, that's definitely up to you. But the prices are holding steady, it's on the rise, and these will adjust based on what neighborhood you select. And then it gives you top 3 things: civic engagement, coffee culture, moviegoers. So people in Porterdale are going to the movies apparently, even though there's not a movie theater in Porterdale. But then again, you can update any of this stuff if you want to update your branding information or the market center information, make sure your photo is here. All of this should be populating from your settings, but if it's not, you can correct it here and you hit next and you just wait for up to 10 seconds and it'll create a little video for you with music. They're all kind of the same exact video, just the words on it are different. So if you don't want to do like the same video over and over, they're like slightly different, but they do kind of. So kind of cute. Like I said, it's kind of the same exact video no matter what neighborhood you go in, but the numbers and the words change. But like the general video is the same. So if I want to save and post that video, that's an easy one too. It's already there. It'll upload it. You select what day you want it to go out, schedule post, and that's it. You posted a cute little video about some neighborhood. Maybe if you know you have clients looking in a neighborhood or you're trying to sell a house in a specific neighborhood, that's a great one. Easy, quick, kind of cute post. Any questions about social media posting? It's pretty easy. Just here you can see, like right here on the schedule for Thursday, you can see I currently have 2 posts going out at 10 a.m. because I scheduled them both for the same day. But you can keep track of when you have things posted. You can post ahead of time. And they get pretty good traction. I think they're kind of boosted a little bit from KW. So, any questions on social media posting? That's kind of an easy one. All right. Well then, does anybody not have the KW Premier logos? They look like this. These are the black and white ones. You should have like the clear background. Oh, you can't see that. Classic. So it should look like that. There's the KW Premier ones in black and white. There's the colorful ones. There's an all white one, an all black one. Put your email in the chat if you don't have it, and I'll share this folder with you so that you can get these logos, because you're gonna need it to do the paid post, to do the paid ads. If you're, I mean, regardless, you should have this because you need to be putting it on your social media and stuff like that. But if you don't have it, make sure, yeah, thank you, Clarissa, we'll get it to you. You should be putting these on your social media. You're gonna need it on your signs and stuff like that. So you're gonna want these. Let's see, okay, share that. What was her last name? Benton? Oh.
I think it's oh yeah. Here, how can I?
Oh, at kw.com, yeah, okay. Tamika,
Oh, it is at KW, I'm sorry.
kw.com.
And meet Kenneth at KW.com. And Canvas 0711 at KW.com.
I don't know, do you need the editors to download them? I don't think so. You can just download it.
I think so, yeah. I don't think you can make a copy as a viewer, but I think you can download it.
All right, so if you can't download that file, let me know and I can adjust our sharing permissions. I just don't want somebody to accidentally delete them all. Okay, so hopefully you've got those logos now. Everybody's gonna need those when we move into the paid ads. Are we still looking? Nope. Should just have it. All right, so now we're back in Command and we're still looking at the campaigns, but this time we want to create a campaign here. And we're going to do a paid ad. Now, you do not have to spend money today. I'm not asking you to spend money today, but I am offering you an opportunity if you want to. But I'm not, you don't have to spend money. That's not why I'm here. But and that way, next time when you do want to make a paid ad, you'll know how. So at least walk through with us, look at it. I went through, anyway, select paid ad. I went through and asked a few of our agents for a listing and asked if they would be willing to let us promote their listings. Anytime you promote somebody else's listing, you should always ask them to make sure that's okay because you're going to put your branding and stuff like that on it, and you just need to make sure that it's okay. So I asked a few of the agents in the office. I got 4 or 5 back, and so I'm going to share those with you now so that I just want you to pick one. Like I said, you do not have to do the full thing. If you don't want to, you absolutely do not have to make a post. But I would like you to walk through the steps with us. And if you want to, it's probably a good idea. It's a cool thing. So, because it will be branded to you, it will be branded so that your clients will reach out to you and not us. So if you just want to take a second and check out these listings, there is one of ours on there. You don't have to do that one, obviously. Demetris has a listing in Covington. Quentin has a listing in Atlanta. Tiffany Riffle also has a listing in Covington. And Shannon has a listing in Hampton. They're kind of different price ranges. They're kind of different locations. Pick whichever one you would like to at least walk through and practice doing a paid ad, even if you don't do it. Or if you want to do a paid ad, it can be very cheap. You can do a paid ad in like $10, $15, $20. We typically do $50, but you like don't, there is a limit. You can't do like a $1 paid ad. But you can do, $10 or something like that just to see how it works and if it works for you. So once you you can look them up on, homes.com or on your website or wherever it is you want to look them up at. And then just shoot me a thumbs up once you've picked which listing you're going to do. You don't necessarily have to tell me which listing it is, just that you have picked one. And we'll move on. Anybody got theirs picked out yet? Zena, awesome. Thanks, Lou.
And this could be used to generate buyers. I mean,
Yeah, this is, you're gonna be able to do lead capturing with this, you're gonna be able to do, just advertising your brand as well, but hopefully being able to find buyers and or other listings really, but mostly buyers. Anybody else ready to move on? Are we still taking a minute to check them out? Kenneth, awesome, thank you. Anissa, thank you. All right, so I guess I reworded my question. If you were ready to move on, it's different than if you picked one, huh? All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing this now. So go ahead and write down your address, whatever address it is that you're gonna do, at least the address and who is listing it. Because just like I said, I had to ask for permission for us to share these listings, and I'm gonna show you how in the paid ad to give that credit to the listing agent, because you do need to do that on a paid ad. So jot down the address and who's listing it. And we'll head back to command. So if you were able to get into campaigns, remember just go to create a campaign and a paid ad. It kind of opens a little bit of a special window specifically for the paid ads. If you need to add your Facebook page or need to make sure that it's on here, you can go to assets and Facebook pages. And this is where you'll be able to see which Facebook page is linked in here. You only need to link the Facebook. It kind of does the meta thing where it also sends it to Instagram, but the ads we pay for are specifically through Facebook, and then they get kind of tossed out onto Instagram as well. But you have to make sure your Facebook here is linked. If you need to add your business page or whatever, you can do that right here on the setting, or it's assets, Facebook pages. So if we look at the dashboard, there are a few different options here that you can do. The first couple are all about listings. So you're actually gonna look up the listing, which is what we're gonna do today. And once you post your ad, it says in blue right here that it includes a Facebook lead form. So Facebook is gonna create a lead generation form for you. So when they click on your ad, Facebook is gonna ask for their name, their phone number, and their email. And once they put it in, it'll put that automatically into command for you. So that's why Tawny said this is a great way to generate leads, because Facebook is doing the lead generation for you. You have a paid ad, it's just floating around in the internet. And as people click on it to find out more information, they have to give their phone number, email, and name in order to get that information. So that's what I'm saying. I was like, you don't have to do it today, but even posting someone else's listing is beneficial for you because you can generate leads that way. There are other options down here you can investigate. I put the link in the slides to help to explain what all of these are. Some of them are to specifically attract other people, buyers, sellers. There's all kinds of stuff on here. There's even a TikTok ad. But these yellow ones, it says it uses your landing page. So there's no Facebook lead page. You have to send them to a landing page. So it can be that open house page that we discussed the other day, where you get their information before they get the information about the house. Or you can send them to your buyer guide or your something else, and you use your Google Analytics that we set up to know what pages those people are looking at on your website. But the yellow ones, you have to do your own lead generation forms. The blue ones come with a Facebook lead generation form that does it for you, and then it filters into your command leads and contacts. Any questions about that? Was that confusing? All right. So I'm going to do the listing multi-image carousel. So it's about a listing and it has multiple pictures. That's what that means. This is multiple listings, so it's different listings all in one carousel. And this is just a listing, but only one image. So kind of depends on what you want. You do whatever you want. You can even do a non-listing. This is just an ad for you personally, or for if you're doing a buyer seminar or a VA seminar or like something like that, you can do this non-listing ad as well. So I'm going to do the listing ad. So like I said, please follow along, I guess, just so you can see this, and then you can make the decision at the end as to whether or not and or how much money you want to actually spend. So it just says, please add your listings. So all you're going to do is click the little plus button and then search the listing that you decided to go for. So you've got to go to the filters. There's not like a search button. You just click on the filters, and then it says the street address contains, and then you just start typing the street address. Okay, so I can see here, this is the one I was looking for. This is our listing, 433 East Morning Dove. You just click the little circle beside your listing that you want to do and hit select. Now it should populate all the information and all the photos from your listing. It'll show it right here. Was everybody able to get that far? You found your listing? Anybody have trouble finding the listing? Sometimes the filter search can be difficult. Anybody? Anybody?
Y'all missed some good tacos today.
Y'all did miss good tacos today. We don't even know where they were from, but they were delicious.
That's why you come in for coaching.
At least get lunch in between.
Yeah.
All right, so hopefully those of you out there in the internet ether world were able to get a listing selected, and you can now see that it's targeting the listing location within a circle of 15 miles. Sometimes I don't like that because like people at Turtle Cove aren't generally looking for a house in Turtle Cove. You know, they may want to tell their neighbors about it, but I usually want to do my location, my listing, and the advertising for it in like Snellville. Because folks in Snellville are the kind of people that want to move to the lake in Turtle Cove. Anybody who wants to get out of, you know, Atlanta greater area. Okay, we're back. All right, so Snellville, maybe I want to do Forest Park. My computer's killing me today. So does everybody understand why I would say that you don't want to necessarily advertise at the location of the house? Any questions about that? Any other thoughts? Any times you've seen that be beneficial or helpful to advertise outside of the like location of the house?
especially Atlanta. A lot of people move from different locations. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying because like in the area of the house, I was thinking you may still want to advertise just because someone be maybe wanting to get another home, but they want to stay in that particular area.
Yeah, actually, our clients that are selling this house are closing on a bigger house in Turtle Cove next week. You know, so like there are definitely those people, absolutely. So sometimes that's good, and then you kind of got to know the neighborhood, I guess. If it's that good of a neighborhood and people kind of just move around within it, absolutely. But like you were saying, you know, if people want to come, that house out in Haddock, you know, we didn't want, that's like way out by Gray and Macon is way down there in the middle of nowhere. We didn't want to advertise it to other people in Haddock because they all already live there on 20 acres, you know?
Right.
But we did advertise it on the west side of Atlanta to all the people who wanted to get out of the west side of Atlanta, you know? So, and we actually, I think they're from Jackson, the people that actually bought it. But, so yeah, thanks, D'Amica. Yeah, you could go either way. You want to advertise locally, you want to advertise, you know, out in Snellville, Forest Park, whatever. That's up to you, totally. Wherever you want to go, however far away from those areas you want to go. You know, you can choose that. Now we get down to the photos. You can rearrange what order these photos are in. You can pick different photos. You can add another one, like if you are doing this for an open house and you have an open house flyer that you also want to include, you can change one of these photos to be that open house flyer. That's typically what we would do for that. If it's not your listing, you can literally just take it and say, check out this new listing in Covington, just listed at whatever price. If you don't want to list the price, you can delete it, that's fine. I would typically take especially if I'm listing someone else's house, I'm actually going to put the number of beds and baths over here. And you can see it pops up with these little things right here. Excuse me. And these are things you can add directly from the listing. You know, is it hard to write 3 beds? No. But if you're afraid you're going to get something wrong or whatever, you can click here and say, okay, I want to say just the number of baths. And so it'll put in however many baths there are in the listing. You can see here on my example that is 3 bed, 2 baths, even though it just says number of baths here. But then in this little headline, which is down here at the bottom, if it's not your listing, this is the best way, I think, to put it in there. So you would say listed by Cindy Lou Homes, or Demetrius Goodman, or Quentin Smith, or Shannon Williams, or whoever else, whoever's listing you're doing, you want to type it in here so it says listed by whoever. This is still blank. Do you know why you would have to do that? Why you need to show that it's listed by somebody else?
Compliance.
Compliance. Thank you, Ava. The magic words. Yes, compliance. Legally, you have to do this. You have to say who the home was actually listed by if it's not listed by you. And that's not a problem because you've already talked to them. They already know that you're going to share it. And that's totally fine. And so you can see, if this will ever load, you'll be able to see right here that it says listed by Cindy Lou Homes or Demetrius Goodman or whoever the house is listed by. And that's a quick, easy, simple way to stay compliant and to show who actually listed the house. But then how you get your leads though is right here. So after they click your ad, a person on Facebook, they click your ad, Facebook is going to give them the lead generation form that says your name, your phone number, your email. They have to fill that out. Then once they fill that out, this post lead submission destination is where they're going to be forwarded. And so the best thing for you to do is to open your personal website. So if it's zenasmar@kw.com or whatever your website is, I'm going to go to mandysmith.kw.com and just go to your homepage. That's all you need to do. You don't need to do anything fancy. We're not doing the back side of the website. Don't worry. And you're going to search the address here like you're looking like a client to buy this house. So I'm going to search for Mourning Dove, and it's going to bring up the information about Mourning Dove. And this is the actual listing for our house. Because this is where I want people to be forwarded to after they put their lead information in. I don't need them to sign in again because they've already signed in through Facebook. I'm going to get their name and phone number and email already. But this is what they're getting for signing in. So I'm just going to copy this URL. And I'm going to put it where I want this URL, where I want them to go after they give their lead information. So you can see in the URL that it's just the mandy.smith.kw website where they can view that property. You know, if you have a landing page or if you have something else you want them to go to, that's fine. But this is an easy one where they want to know about this house. They sign in through the Facebook lead app, and then they're going to be forwarded to the information about that page. But this should be branded to you. Sorry, the page where they're forwarded, that's going to be branded to you. And that's how you're going to get the leads, because they're going to see this house, but it's going to have your information on it, not the listing agent's information. So that's why you always want to send them to your website to get that information. Because if you send them to homes.com, it's going to have Demetrius's information on it or Quentin's information. But if you send them to your website, it'll always have your branding on. So really quickly, this is going to be the last, we're almost done. You can get real fancy with it and make it have specific tags. We do have a Facebook tag that we use for Facebook leads that come in, just so we know where those random people came from, that we don't know them, we just know what their name is or something. You can do that if you want to. We have a Facebook 8x8. You can develop that at some point later. You don't have to if you want to. It sends, kind of a welcome to Cindy Lou Homes. We're glad you found us on Facebook. How can we help you? Kind of emails and texts and a task for us to call them and all that kind of stuff. So you can set this up so that when they click on that, they get the information. But on your side, they get tagged in your database, they get added to a smart plan, and you're already like 2 steps ahead. All right. So that's a great thing about the paid ads is you can set it up to be very autonomous. This right here is why I said you need those logos. So if you're at this point, you have to add this logo on here, and it'll ask you for it every single time. It's just part of AVA, like you said, compliance. You have to add the Keller Williams Premier on there. You'll see it's kind of tiny, but it's down here in the bottom corner of the photo. On the preview, you can see it. And that's really all it is. They just want you, it has to be tagged with KW's logo. So like I said, if you message in the chat if you can't download that file. I think you should be able to, even as a viewer to that folder. But if you can't, please let us know and I'll update the settings. Because you have to have that up here. And like I said, so I already have it added. because I've used it before, but if you need to add it, you just click this add new media right beside, once you click on like add the photo, add new media, and upload from device. Once you have it added to your KW like photos, you won't ever have to add it again. It'll be right here. But you just have to get it on here the first time. And then next time you do a paid ad, you just select it and hit confirm and close. And it'll be right there as well. And that's essentially it. That's the big stuff. So the final step is just to choose how long you want it to be advertised for and how much money you're willing to pay is really it. That's the only part of this last screen. So if we say we want it to run from the 27th to the 1st, and we want to pay about $50, that's $8 a day, and it essentially is supposed to give us between 5 and 10 leads. We've experimented with more and less money, with shorter and longer time periods. Jury's still out. I have no idea what's better. I'm sure someone somewhere knows. You can play with it. You can spend more and less money. Right here is where you choose the budget. Like I said, if you're doing a short period of time, there you go. I mean, that's not even that short period of time, but $10 supposedly would give us 1 to 2 leads over the course of this many days. You can shorten it because it shows you there you're spending $1.67 a day. Or if we shorten this up a little bit, you'll see it's now $2.50 per day, but essentially probably the same number of leads. This seems to just go based on your dollars as opposed to the time limit. So that's up to you, however you want to spend it. If you want to spend it advertising, it can be super cheap or it can be very expensive. If you want to try to buy, 250 leads, $250 could get you anywhere from 26 to 50 leads. Yeah, maybe not, but that's up to you. But whatever you want to set it to, 25, $50, and then you just click purchase now, and that's where you would post. It will actually post as a listing or as the advertisement. It does say after publishing, your program may take up to 24 hours to go live, but they do legitimately work. I've seen them while I was scrolling on Facebook, which was kind of cool. We've had people screenshot them and send them to us like, hey, my house is up, or something like that. Have you had success at all?
Yeah, I've gotten some leads from it. It's been a while since I've ran one, but the cost is just so cheap.
Right, yeah, you can't get a $50 ad anywhere else.
Exactly.
So, and these are personalized, they're specific to you, they're specific to your listing, whatever you want to do. So then, hey mom, I'm spending $25. Okay. At least she's on here. I can just close before I do it. All right, so it says your order was placed successfully. You can check that here for stats after it's published. And I'll show you some of our older leads, or older ones, but you can see it'll track the number of clicks it gets, the number of leads, views, what it costs you per click, per lead, and then click-through rate is the number of clicks that they go through actually into whatever it is that they want to see. So here you can see what ours looks like once they click on it, or when they see it. You'll see here it says listed by Cindy Lou Homes. All the information is up here. If I go back to all of our programs, or these are just some of our programs, you can see this one was completed almost a year ago. What is this one? So we got 10 clicks, 4 leads, cost us $12 a lead. That's not great, but this was for an open house that we did last year. So you see I added the open house flyer as one of the photos, and then those are just the rest of the photos of the house. All right, any questions about leads? Did anybody post one? A Facebook page, or a Facebook ad, sorry. I was reading.
Awesome, thank you.
So you can see on this one, we got 30 clicks, 5 leads, costs us $1 per click. But that's just having people look at our stuff. Here, oh, this was a new live listing that we had here in Oxford. You know, the photos, but the first thing here, and then you can see up at the, you know, the houses, only 235. Anyway. Any questions about ads? Anybody do one? Has anybody done one before?
I have in the past.
Oh, nice. Yeah, very cool. Did you get much out of it? Do you know?
Not really. A lot of times in that you're gonna get a lot of bogus leads.
That definitely happens sometimes for sure.
So yeah.
Oh, okay, Claire. So you've done just not through command. Very cool. Yeah. So like I said, this is a pretty easy one. It really walks you right through it to do a listing or to do a, you know, whatever. There are lots of different options for that. But just to kind of recap, I know we're kind of out of time here. Let me go back to Canva one last time. You have permission, even if you didn't do a paid ad, you have permission to share any and or all of these listings over the next week or so. If you want to, you know, share them on your social media, feel free to write them down, write down the addresses of the people. Make sure you give credit that you know, to whoever listed it. But I've already gotten permission, kind of carte blanche, permission for us to share these photos as part of PC. So, or share these listings. Again, don't forget about the Scott Loring marketing templates. There's a lot there for you. All you have to do is log in with 364. And then I've got all the KW answers for paid ads, how to view the results, creating social posts, things like that. As always, here's my information. If you need anything, call me, text me, email me. I'm around. But Tawny, you got anything else?
I don't think so. I'm teaching a class tomorrow on your value proposition.
Yeah.
So how you can convey that to buyers and sellers. So definitely will be a good one. Starts at 11 to 12. And then Sheena will be teaching a DocuSign class on Thursday. So it's an intro level class. So if you've never written any contracts or been in DocuSign rooms, definitely go to that.
Yeah, for sure.
So, alrighty.
Anybody got any questions on the thing? Yeah.
And I was going to ask Tony, is her class going to be available online or is it just to come in?
Let me check. I would love for you to come in. However.
That's not the question she asked, Tony.
Right.
No, I'm out of town, so I can't come in.
Right, yeah, you're not gonna be here. Let me.
You went on vacation without us?
Yes, it looks like it will be virtual as well as in person.
Okay, thank you.
Alrighty, everyone. You guys have a great week, and thank you all for joining us today.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.